Okay, today I am in Plymouth, North Carolina. It's been years since I've been here, but I found a privy, so let's open it up and see what's down there. Okay, we are less than a foot deep and we're already hitting a bottle, but I fear that it will be modern. Yep, 1948. Okay, here we are in Plymouth, North Carolina again. And as you can see, there's super obvious privy right here. I mean, it's sunk down about 5 inches. And then there's another one over here. And there's a third one over here that's not sunken down very much at all, but I can still tell that's one. And possibly some more. There's yet another one over here. That's crazy, because these houses are way on the outskirts of town, and I'm digging off a 1932 map, which is super duper late. Most people would never consider digging off a map that late. These privies are probably going to go all the way to the 1950s, but who knows? They might have some milk bottles at least. Not that the milk bottles from this town are worth much, but there's also a Coke bottle from this town, but it's a late one. But it's a pretty scarce one nevertheless. Well, I think I'll start off by exploring the woods, because it seems like a likely spot for people to have dumped trash. I can see trash dumped out here. See, there's a few bottles. Very well hidden, of course. It actually looks kind of old. I've never seen one like it. I'd say it's from the 40s though. Right next to a Pepsi bottle that lost all its paint. And another common whiskey. A no deposit Coke. It seems so foreign to me because I don't ever find single serving embossed no deposit sodas in North Carolina. I mean, I don't understand it, but they are actually very rare. Okay, we're starting on this one. This one seems like the oldest one because it's not sunken down very deep, and because I've actually probed it, and the dimensions are kind of small, and it's not very loaded with glass either, so that makes me think it's the oldest one. So I'll open this one up and see what's in here. Okay, the first bottle is coming out. What's it gonna be? It's a Moraline. About 1939. That's not very good, but I sort of expected a modern bottle. Okay, the second bottle is coming out. And it is a Clorox bleach with the screw top. And it's broken off anyway, but that's definitely 1949 or 1950 as well. Okay, here's a whiskey flask, and it actually has a 51 on the bottom. I also found this. It looks like a flask, but it has a tiny top on it. So I don't know what that is. It's a weird flask if it is one. But anyway, I filled that one in because it was too new. Let's open up this big sinkhole right here. Okay, we're down there 2 feet, and the first bottle is making its appearance. Yeah, another modern bottle. Screw top whiskey. What's the date on it? Oh my god, is that a 1959? Yuck. I think I better fill this one back in. Okay, on the next block I found a dump. It's also next to a swamp. You wouldn't be able to tell it was a dump unless you probed it out. I think it's just a 30s dump, but I'm going to dig a hole and test it out. Okay, I'm down there. I'm hitting water, but I'm also hitting bottles. I got a big one in there. Okay, I got 2 of them. This one is broken off, but it's at least an embossed one. Embossed new grape. Or is it new icy? No town name on the bottom. And this one is just a food product bottle, but it is from the 30s. Well, this is just too muddy and too sparse and too late. 1930s bottles are not old enough to work this hard for. So I'm off to another spot. Okay, I've got a privy poked out and it's on a very old lot, so let's hope for the best. Well, I hit some cement at that one and I didn't feel comfortable in that location anyway, so I filled that one in right away. But here is a new lot. I've got a hole poked out and it's definitely got bottles in it, but they're probably going to be from the 20s. But let's open it up and see what's down there. Okay, we are back to this one location that I haven't been to for probably 4 years because it gets grown up with trees, but about every 5 years they come through and tear them all out. I've dug this place extensively. There's probably just about a 2% area that hasn't been dug yet. But it's so clear now. I mean, they must have just cleared it a couple days ago. But we got a lot of probing to do, and hopefully I'll find some spots that I haven't dug yet. And hopefully we'll find some 1910 to 1915 Pepsis or other soda bottles from this area. So let's have a look. Okay, I found a spot. Well, 3 spots, but this one feels the best. But there's some big trees right next to it, so the roots from these could make it impossible to dig, but I'll give it a try anyway. Okay, we got our first bottle coming out, or half of one anyway. What is it? Don't tell me there's no embossing on the soda. That's crazy. A soda bottle with no embossing. Well, it could be a center slug plated one. The slug plate could be on the side. Okay, the second bottle is coming out. Oh, it's one of these. One of the Punchinellos, which I found so many broken ones 4 years ago. But this is the clear one, which is more rare than the aqua one. So it's a beautiful picture anyway. You might be able to sell it for $5. Okay, there's a broken straight-sided Coke that would have been worth about $500. You can barely see the embossing of the script Coca-Cola. But these are very desirable. Of course, about 99% of the bottles are going to be broken in here. And now we have the other type of straight-sided Coke that has script at the base and the center slug plate on this side. It has a very tiny Coca-Cola on it that is possibly the smallest Coca-Cola of any straight-sided Cokes out there. And a piece of an early crock with an edge like that. It seems like it's from the 1880s.